From on high, it is Saint Celestine. Hi guys, welcome to this tactical video. This one is about Sister Battle, obviously, and I am talking about Saint Celestine herself. The only plastic Sister of Battle model that has been made, other than the Immolator, which is a little bit sad. This model is not that one. I do have that one. It's right here, but it's not painted. Oh, so bright. Yeah, but unfortunately we didn't get the full range of plastic. I don't know if we ever will. Maybe, but yeah, Celestine is a weird thing now. Celestine has always been this unkillable, harassment, fast-moving model. When they brought out the Gathering Storm books and put Celestine in there, they made her into a crazy beatstick. But then everything was like that. It was n times 40k. No matter what you call it, it was n times 40k. Celestine now is kind of similar to that. Points have changed. So just so you know, she's a HQ choice, obviously. She costs 8 power, and that's not too bad. She can get Gemini Superiors for extra power. I'll go over those in a bit. Base points cost is 150 points. In the previous codex it was 135. If you took her Gathering Storm data sheet it was 200 points, but you got both the Gemini Superior with that. If you take both Gemini Superior with her now, which are again not painted, but let's just put them on anyway, sorry about that, I have been doing other projects, then that is 250 points for that entire unit. Okay, not quite as strong as the Gathering Storm version either, but still very good. So this is going to be quite a lot to go over, so I'm going to try and get through this as quickly as possible. So we'll start with her stat line. So Celestine herself has a 12-inch move, weapon skill, ballistic skill 2 up, nice, strength 3, toughness 3, as it's always been, 7 wounds, okay, not too much of an increase overall, but not bad at all. 6 attacks. Previously she used to have 5, but she used to get another 1 on the charge anyway, so it doesn't matter. She's leadership 9, and she's got a 2-up armor save, which is rare for Sisters of Battle, but you know. She has a 4-up invuln save from the Armor of St. Catherine. She has the Axe of Faith special rule, of course. She has Shield of Faith, which is nice. She comes with the Ardent Blade, and she no longer has any grenades, okay? She used to have them, but not anymore. So what this means is your only shooting attack now is effectively the Heavy Flamer from the Ardent Blade, which is pretty much what you always used anyway. But it does mean that her Ballistic Skill 2+ is, again, completely pointless for the most part. You're probably never ever going to use that stat. Okay, so the Ardent Blade is also used in melee, obviously it is a sword. This is Strength +4, okay, which makes her Strength 7, which is more than it's ever been before. So that's pretty good. That's AP -3, which is the equivalent of AP 2 now, so again, it's vastly improved. And it does 2 damage on every hit. So when you've got 6 attacks hitting on 2s, that's potentially a lot of damage. Strength 7. Now, Strength 7 isn't quite as good as it used to be, but it's, you know, the way it works now, it's not too bad either. You know, you're going to be reading most things on 3s. Even vehicles, you're reading on 4s, so not too bad at all. Before I go over the exact special rules that she has, I need to talk about these Gemini. So the Gemini, they also move 12. They've got the exact same stats other than the fact that they only have 3 attacks each. They have 2 wounds each, which is quite nice. And their weapon skill, ballistic skill 3+. And they also have the 2-up armor save, which is good. They also have the 4-up invuln save, which is really good. Okay. Of course they have Axe of Faith, Shield of Faith as well. They come with bolt pistols, frag and crack grenades, which is nice, so you got some shooting in the unit, and power swords, which is also very nice. Honestly, pretty good on their own, especially because their points cost comes with all their equipment involved. Attached with Celestine, very good. Okay, so, first things first. The first thing you can do is Healing Tears for this unit. Healing Tears is, at the start of your movement phase, you can set up a single slain Gemini Superior, and all her wounds are restored. She has to come back within 2 inches of Celestine, more than 1 inch away from any enemy models. So she can't appear in combat, but she can go pop, and there you go, straight back. full wounds after she's died. Very good, okay? Bear in mind, she can't come back within 1 inch of enemy models. So if Celestine is surrounded pardon me, by the enemy, they can't come back. Okay, using that rule at least. I'm pretty sure you can come back from Acts of Faith. Let me just double check. Yes, so you could always use Spirit of the Martyr to get one back with just 1 wound. And they could still be an assault, that's fine. So if you're in assault, you can still get them back, but you have to spend an Act of Faith to do it. Okay? Otherwise, they're coming back. So bear that in mind. The other thing is Celestine herself, of course, Miraculous Intervention. Once per game, if Celestine loses her last wound, roll d6. On a 2-up, she is not removed, but instead resurrected with all of her wounds restored. Okay, she has to come back within 2 inches of a Gemini Superior. Okay? On the turn she comes back, a Gemini Superior can still come back with Healing Tears, which is pretty good. Although, of course, she'd come back immediately, so it doesn't matter. If there are no Gemini Superior in play, because they've all died, you can place her anywhere on the battlefield that's 9 inches, well, more than 9 inches away from enemy models. Effectively, she comes back via Deep Strike, if they aren't there. She's had this rule for a while now, where she comes back. In the Gathering Storm incarnation, it was auto pass, and she come back with all their wounds, which was probably the best version there's ever been of it. The 5th edition version was very good as well. This one is really good. It's a 2-up, and she comes back. So she's effectively got 14 wounds. Okay. Bearing in mind that as a mini unit, anything attacking her can go on the Gemini Superior and come back as well. She is a complete beast to take down. She's such a beat stick tank these days. Celestine was always a nuisance to deal with, but the modern incarnation of Celestine is crazy. The other thing is, having 7 wounds and 2 lots of 7 wounds is better, especially with the Gemini Superior, is better than having 14 wounds. First off, as a character, she still can't be targeted because she's only got 7 wounds, okay, which keeps her safe. Second off, because she can, you can allocate incoming wounds before damage is rolled. You can give it to the Gemini Superior first. They have 2 wounds each. As soon as they take 2 damage, like a las cannon or something, kills the Gemini Superior. Doesn't do anything to Celestine, okay, and then she'll just come back next turn anyway, okay. But let's just move these out of the way anyway. But let's say that you do it on her, okay, and she's gonna die. She takes a whole unit's worth of shooting, bang, 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 that kind of thing. It does, oh god, I don't know, it does 14 wounds worth of damage, okay, 14 damage after all. Be quite unlucky for that to happen, but there you go. As soon as that first 7 damage is applied, she dies, the rest is wasted, and she comes back on her 2-up at full health again. So you've got a cut-off point there where the damage does not go past it. Even mortal wounds, it just goes, it gets rid of it. That is very, very nice to have. She's very, very hard to deal with. Now, we haven't even got to the Acts of Faith parts that she does. So, Acts of Faith, okay. So, with her Acts of Faith, she gives saintly blessings. So at the start of any turn, you can pick a friendly Adeptus Sororitas unit within 6 inches of her and perform an Act of Faith with it. This is an automatic one, and it's in addition to any other Acts of Faith you could normally like to use. So, she could do it on herself, heal some wounds if she wants to heal D3 wounds. She could do it on anything else nearby. Now, bear in mind, it says friendly Adeptus Sororitas unit. Again, not infantry, not the order keyword or anything like that. So what that means is, yep, you can do it on vehicles, just like the Imagifier. Very, very nice. Anything with the Adeptus Sororitas keyword, she can do that on. Now, obviously that doesn't work on Ministorum stuff, which is a bit sad, but, you know, very, very good. Especially because she's moving so fast, it means she's very good for Vanguard duty. She can get up there very fast and help Seraphim and that kind of thing. With all that goodness. The other good thing she has is that she has Beacon of Faith and all friendly Adeptus Sororitas units, again, not infantry, units, includes your vehicles, within 6 inches of her, add 1 to their Shield of Faith Invuln saves. That includes herself, obviously, not that it really matters too much there. All friendly Adeptus Ministorum and Astra Militarum units that are within 6 inches of Celestine get a 6-up save. It means even the Ministorum units get this Shield of Faith. To be honest, they're not going to care about that. The only ones that actually care about that are Penitent Engines, because they have lost their Shield of Faith, which means you can give it back to them with Celestine. Everyone else already has a better invuln anyway, so they don't care too much about that. As for the Militarum units, that is huge for them. Celestine is a very, very good bonus to take along with them. Reason being is because if you have that huge blob of conscripts, which everyone's raving about at the moment, they all have a 6-up invuln now as well. Very good. Very hard to chew through, so, you know. So with those things alone, you can tell that, you know, Celestine is very, very good for her points. Now, add into the fact that she's a character, as I mentioned before, so she can't be targeted except by snipers, unless she's the closest unit to the firing model, which again is very easy to avoid. You could take a whole host of Seraphim and just bubble wrap the hell out of her, just put them all around her, that kind of thing, and, you know, she's safe, and she can move with them, give them extra faith. Don't forget, Seraphim re-roll their Shield of Faith invuln save, so they've got a 5-up re-rollable, so just like before, she's helping tank for them in a completely different way. He's giving them so many bonuses. And what's really interesting is, as jump pack, she has the fly keyword as well as jump pack keyword. What this means is she can fall back from melee combats and still shoot without penalty, which is nice. Bear in mind she wouldn't be able to charge again, but just falling back and shooting, repositioning, that kind of thing, is pretty useful. Because she has fly, she can actually assault flyers. So say your enemy has a Storm Talon that's being a nuisance, and they're a lot better than this edition. Celestine can just fly on up there and chop it with her sword, and again she's actually pretty good with it being strength 7 and a hell of a lot of attacks. She's going to do quite a lot of damage to it. Don't forget, with her heavy flamer she can shoot that at the Storm Talon and it automatically hits as well. Crazy addition. But yeah, so you're getting a lot of benefits for her. If you saw the faction focus for the Imperial agents, which is apparently what we are now, it said how, you know, Celestine is so good now, everyone's going to want to take her in the army. I'm pretty sure that is completely true. Celestine is as close to a no-brainer as you can possibly get if you are trying to build a competitive army list. I'm a little bit sad about that. First off, I don't think it's good for named characters in particular to be in every single army list. It kind of ruins the immersion a little bit, although there's some stupider things in 8th edition that do that, but whatever. Having said that, most people ran Celestine anyway, so you're going to see her more often probably, just because she's so powerful. You'll probably see her in other armies. Even if you were running Space Marines, Celestine is a very good choice because she can operate completely independently. She's got that Imperium keyword, so just throw her in there as a HQ, job done, you know. It's just so good. There's just nothing bad you can say about her, honestly. I could say that, you know, she's lost a little bit of range. She's lost a bit of versatility with her shooting. She has to shoot that flame. But Heavy Flamer's got so much better anyway with the -1 AP. You know, Heavy Flamer's got really good. Regular Flamer's terrible, but Heavy Flamer's good. One thing I will say, a little trick you can do with the Gemini, is that with the new shooting rules, you can throw a grenade, one in the unit. So say you've got the blah blah blah, you got both of them. You can throw a grenade instead of firing any other ranged weapon. So you could always throw one of those frag grenades instead of firing the bolt pistol, which is nice. It's a shame that Celestine doesn't have grenades anymore, because then they could have both fired their bolt pistols, and then she could have thrown a grenade as well. So shooting output, yeah, you know, not too bad. So yeah, overall, Celestine, can't really recommend her highly enough. She's expensive, but every single point is worth it. I would say if you have a lot of Seraphim, definitely use her. If you have a large assault force running forward, lots of rhinos, that kind of thing, again, use her. She is your front, she's your vanguard, she's your leading character, and she's going to do a lot of work on her own. She's still harassment, but now she's way more killy to deal with it. She can pretty much go toe to toe with most things by outlasting them. Having said that, you probably still want to target the same things you always used to target, which is like generic infantry, devastator squads, anything that's not too good in assault, she will wipe. Having said that, assault marines and that kind of thing, she'll completely wipe the floor with them. But if you're going into combat against the proper crunching characters, you probably want to leave that kind of thing for your penitent engines or any other like dedicated assault units that can just drown them in attacks. Again, she can hold her own with it, but not quite as strong as she could be. My voice is good. Yeah, not quite as strong still as those, but definitely a huge buff there. So, yep, I think you are going to see Celestine a lot more. I think that she's very, very good for her points, and to be honest, I'm pretty sure that whenever someone makes Sister Battle list now, the very first thing they'll write down in that HQ slot is Saint Celestine. So there we go, that's it for this tactical video. I am going to have more in-depth ones on all of these as soon as I've developed some proper tricks and that kind of thing. But this is just my first findings on all this stuff, so I'm just going with that. So if you like this video, remember to click like. If you have any questions or suggestions or anything you'd like to mention, don't forget to post them in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more tactical videos in the near future. Thanks for watching. See you next time.